Life today moves fast, so fast that most of us barely have time to breathe, let alone reflect. We chase deadlines. We scroll endlessly. We tell ourselves, tomorrow, I'll get my life together. But tomorrow turns into next week, next month, next year, and before we know it, we're stuck, frustrated, lost. Does that sound familiar? But let me ask you, what if the problem isn't the world around you, but the discipline within you? In a world full of distractions, building self-discipline isn't just helpful, it's essential. It's the difference between drifting through life and steering your own ship. Today, we're diving into ancient wisdom from a man who ruled the Roman Empire, led armies, and faced immense pressure, yet stayed grounded, focused, and disciplined. His name? Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest thinkers, a philosopher, an emperor, and most importantly, a master of self-discipline. But first, before we continue, if you're someone who's struggling with motivation, staying focused, or building better habits, this channel is for you. I share powerful, timeless strategies to help you take control of your life. So, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to level up your mindset. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the one habit you're struggling to stay disciplined with? I'll be reading. All right, now, imagine this, you're Marcus Aurelius. It's the year 170 AD. You're not just any man, you're the Emperor of Rome, ruling over millions. War, famine, disease, your empire is constantly under threat. And yet, every morning, despite the chaos, you sit quietly, reflecting, writing, thinking deeply about life. Those writings would later become Meditations, one of the most influential books in history on self-discipline, mindset, and Stoic philosophy. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's Marcus Aurelius reminding us, your greatest battlefield isn't out there. It's in here, your mind. But let me ask, how often do we actually train our minds? How often do we practice discipline when no one's watching? Building self-discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's about small, consistent actions, daily choices that strengthen your willpower like a muscle. And yes, discipline feels hard, but so does regret. So does being stuck in the same place year after year. If you're tired of that cycle, stay with me, because we're going to break down how Marcus Aurelius trained his mind, stayed disciplined, and how you can apply the same strategies starting today. One of the first lessons Marcus Aurelius teaches us is this: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Let that sink in for a moment. Most people see obstacles as reasons to stop. They lose motivation, they quit. But the Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, believe the exact opposite. The obstacle is your path. The challenge is your training ground. Think about this in your own life. Maybe you're struggling to wake up early, stick to a routine, and focus on your goals. It feels hard, uncomfortable. Your mind tells you to quit, to delay, to say, I'll try again tomorrow. But that's exactly when discipline is built, when you lean into discomfort, when you embrace the obstacle instead of running from it. Research backs this up too. Studies from institutions like Stanford University show that self-discipline isn't a fixed trait, it's like a muscle. The more you practice pushing through resistance, the stronger your willpower becomes. But here's the problem. We live in a world designed to destroy discipline. Endless entertainment, instant gratification, dopamine at every corner. Your phone, your feeds, constant distractions. No wonder it feels impossible to stay consistent, focused, in control. But what if, like Marcus Aurelius, you trained your mind daily to resist these temptations? In his book, Meditations, Marcus reminds himself, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. It's so simple, yet powerful. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. You build discipline by doing the work, especially when you don't feel like it. And no, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to conquer every bad habit overnight. But you do have to start small and stay consistent. 1 minute of journaling. 5 minutes of exercise, saying no to one distraction. That's how discipline grows. And remember, Marcus Aurelius wasn't born disciplined. He practiced, he failed, he reflected, but he never gave up on mastering himself, and neither should you. So, before we dive deeper into actionable steps to build your discipline, I want you to pause and ask yourself honestly, what's one area of your life where you know you need more discipline? Write it down. Say it out loud. Type it in the comments below. Taking ownership is the first step. And if this is already resonating with you, if you're ready to take back control of your mind and your life, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps this message reach more people like you. And subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more powerful lessons coming. All right, now that you've reflected on where you need more discipline, let's talk about strategy. Because the truth is, motivation will fade. You already know that. You felt it. One moment you're fired up, ready to change your life, and the next, you're back to old habits, procrastinating, feeling stuck. But discipline stays. It carries you forward when motivation disappears. And here's the key. Marcus Aurelius didn't rely on feelings. He relied on principles, systems, daily practices that shaped his character regardless of his emotions. So how do you do the same? How do you build real, lasting self-discipline, especially in a world full of distractions? Let me break down 3 powerful strategies straight from Stoic philosophy, made simple so anyone at any age can apply them. Strategy 1, own your morning. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain about if I'm going to do what I was born for? In other words, your day is won or lost in the first hour. How you start your morning sets the tone for everything else. You don't need a fancy routine, but discipline means choosing to get up, even when your mind screams for comfort. It means resisting the snooze button, avoiding your phone, and starting with intention. Maybe that's 5 minutes of silence, reading a page from Meditations, writing down your goals, moving your body. Remember, every small action compounds. As author James Clear explains in Atomic Habits, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. 1% better each day builds massive results over time. And your mornings? They're your most powerful leverage point. But let me ask you, how do your mornings look right now? Are they chaotic, reactive, or intentional, disciplined, focused? If you want more discipline, start where Marcus Aurelius started, the moment you open your eyes. And hey, if this message is hitting home, don't forget to like this video. It lets YouTube know this is the kind of content that lifts people up and helps this community grow. All right, let's move to the next powerful strategy from Marcus Aurelius to build rock-solid self-discipline. Strategy 2, control your thoughts, control your life. Marcus wrote something deeply profound. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Think about that. Your life, the discipline, your confidence, your peace, it all starts in your mind. But how often do we let our minds run wild? Doubts, excuses, distractions, fears. You say, I'll never be disciplined. I always mess up. I can't focus. And what happens? Those thoughts become your reality. But Marcus Aurelius, leading an empire under constant threat, taught himself to filter his mind. He refused to entertain destructive thoughts. Instead, he practiced awareness. He reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. And modern science agrees. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that cultivating mental awareness through mindfulness, journaling, or reflection can rewire your brain, boosting focus, discipline, and emotional control. Here's how you apply this starting today. Catch your excuses. The moment your mind whispers, skip the gym, stay in bed, scroll a little longer, pause. Recognize that thought. Don't judge it, just observe it. Challenge it. Ask yourself, does this thought help me or hold me back? Replace it. Choose a more empowering thought. Even something simple like, I do hard things. I'm building discipline. You see, self-discipline isn't about fighting your mind. It's about leading it, directing your focus, your energy, your beliefs, just like Marcus Aurelius did. But here's the hard truth. No one can do this for you. Not your parents, your partner, your boss. It's your mind, your responsibility. So let me ask, are you leading your mind? Or is your mind leading you? Share your answer in the comments. I read them all, and trust me, your honesty helps others feel less alone in this journey. And hey, if you're finding value in this, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Let's get into the final, and maybe the most underrated strategy from Marcus Aurelius for building lifelong self-discipline. Strategy 3, embrace discomfort as your teacher. You've heard it before, growth happens outside your comfort zone. But Marcus Aurelius took that to another level. He faced wars, plagues, betrayal. Yet, instead of breaking down, he saw challenges as training for the soul. He wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In simple words, what's hard is supposed to be hard. That's where you sharpen your discipline. Most people today avoid discomfort at all costs. Cold showers? Too hard. Early mornings? Too tired. Saying no to instant gratification? Too inconvenient. But here's the Stoic truth. Every moment of discomfort is a moment of opportunity. Think of your discipline like a muscle. You don't grow stronger by lifting light weights forever. You grow by embracing resistance. Marcus Aurelius faced resistance daily. And so will you, but with the right mindset, it becomes your advantage. Here are some simple ways to practice this. White heavy checkmark, take small cold showers. Train your body to lean into discomfort. White heavy checkmark, wake up 10 minutes earlier. Master your mornings gradually. White heavy checkmark, delay gratification. Next time you crave junk food or mindless scrolling, pause. Choose differently. These small acts of discomfort condition your mind. They teach you you're stronger than your excuses. And research supports this. A study published in the journal Frontiers in Psychology found that voluntary discomfort, like cold exposure, fasting, or disciplined routines, builds mental toughness, emotional control, and yes, greater self-discipline. So let me ask you, when was the last time you chose discomfort? Not because you had to, but building discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's about proving to yourself every day that you're capable of more than your doubts suggest. And if Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, burdened with unimaginable pressure, could find strength in discomfort, so can you. The obstacle? That's your invitation. The resistance? That's your training. So, are you ready to start small and stay consistent? If this video inspired you, if you're committed to building real self-discipline, hit the like button. It shows me you're serious. Subscribe for more timeless lessons like this. And turn on the bell so you never miss a moment to grow. Lastly, comment below. What's one small discomfort you'll lean into this week to build your discipline? Your answer could inspire someone else. So, let's bring it all together. Building self-discipline isn't reserved for the elite. It's not only for ancient philosophers or modern-day success stories. It's for anyone who's ready to take ownership of their life. Marcus Aurelius wasn't superhuman. He faced fear, stress, failure, just like you, just like me. But what set him apart was his daily commitment to mastering his mind, embracing discomfort, and showing up, no matter how hard life got. And you can do the same. Here's your blueprint. White heavy checkmark, start with your mornings, when the first battle of the day. White heavy checkmark, train your thoughts, filter negativity, fuel your focus. White heavy checkmark, embrace small discomforts. Prove to yourself that discipline grows with action. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. And as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. The world will stay chaotic. Distractions will always exist. But your inner strength, your discipline, that's your responsibility. And here's a truth most won't tell you. The disciplined life is not always glamorous. It's quiet. It's uncelebrated. But over time, it compounds. Suddenly, you're not the person overwhelmed by life. You're the person designing it. You're calm under pressure, focused amid distractions, steady when others spiral. Imagine that version of you, because they exist. You just have to meet them one disciplined choice at a time. So if you're ready to become that person, join this community. Like this video, not just for the algorithm, but as a promise to yourself. Subscribe for more lessons rooted in ancient wisdom, modern science, and real-world application. And one last thing, comment below, discipline is my power. Let the world know you're done making excuses, you're building the future you deserve. Thank you for being here. Remember, the obstacle is the way, discomfort is your teacher, and your greatest power lies within your disciplined mind. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video.